So we're talking about superhero syndrome today. Before we begin, I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Keep Focus community which supports these videos here on the channel. You can see all these lovely names here, they're part of the community already. You can find out more about it below, but a big thank you for those two being part of it, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. So, the topic of superhero syndrome is quite interesting. It's also referred to as hero syndrome. Now, this is very simply the act of somebody or one person taking the responsibility for everything. And in doing so, they take on the pressures, failures, and mistakes, and they take it to heart. Another explanation perfectly captures this. The behavior of the person seeking heroism or recognition, usually by creating a harmful situation to objects or persons which they can resolve. Now, this isn't just something that happens within teams and people working with teams. It can happen in a personal context as well. And it is quite common in young people as well. Those who seek bravery and ferociousness in the workplace try to get ahead by absorbing work that they may not be able to do. Now, there actually hasn't been any formal studies on this concept itself. However, there's some great ways to start combating superhero syndrome. The first is saying no. One of the most common ways to overload yourself when you're working in an office or for somebody else, or you are somebody who takes on a lot of responsibility, the superhero syndrome, is by saying yes. You naturally want to please the other person, so you just do whatever they want at the given time. Now, unless you're Jim Carrey in that film, yes, you're probably not going to be saying yes to everything unless you're suffering from superhero syndrome. So, saying no is one of the best ways to start combating that. Naturally, if you've been saying yes for a fair while, people will be more responsive and more alert to a yes response. However, if you're looking to say no, you can approach it in many different ways. One of the best ways to saying no is to learn how to say no in a proper manner. Giving a full explanation why saying yes would be damaging to that person's project. Because if you overwhelm yourself, the chances are the end product isn't going to be as good, and you just have to persuade that person that that is the case. A fantastic Medium piece written by Terry Boyle McDowell shared about how she suffered from superhero syndrome and some of the ways that she decided to combat it. She recommends getting crystal clear with your own work responsibilities, writing them down, being clear on them with your manager so that you don't step outside of that, which gives you the perfect opportunity to say no in a lot of situations. And our third recommendation is actually weekly check-ins. So this is another recommendation by Terry in that Medium post. We'll make sure to link it below. But she also shares that a weekly check-in could be a great way to gauge the satisfaction you feel about your work. Now, sometimes a lot of the superhero syndrome associates itself to the fact that you don't feel satisfied by doing just a small amount of work, and sometimes you feel that doing a lot of work will give you that recognition or hero status that you need to feel satisfied. But sometimes it's absolutely opposite. You feel that you've overloaded yourself and naturally you're not able to deliver results which cause negative satisfaction. So if you do a week review or you have some time at the end of the week, this is a great opportunity to see how your week's gone. Review whether you've taken on the right stuff and what you took on that has made you feel more stressed or pressured, or you seeping into this superhero syndrome area. So there's some recommendations. Let's summarize. So saying no is a great way to stamp out superhero syndrome seeping in. Number 2 is own your priorities. Make sure you are crystal clear on what you are doing and where you work. And number 3, try to embed a weekly check-in to help improve the quality of your results. So folks, it was fantastic to have you for the first Keep Focused video. In the community, we'll be diving into a worksheet and discussing it across a week, so you can learn more about it below. But a big thank you to all those supporters we have in the community. If you want to subscribe, we'll be doing more features like this over the next couple of weeks, and it'd be great to have you as a Keep Focused subscriber. Now, if you want to share some of your experiences of hero syndrome below, it'd be great because people tend to look at the comments and use them as notes, ways to learn and improve. So feel free to share your experience below. Anyway, folks, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Cheerio!